Timber. He can
punishment is
morph into the Timber, yes, but that's after 30, 35-ish minutes.
Mas a maioria das pessoas
That's
não
a lot.
falam português aqui no canal, então eu prefiro falar somente em inglês.
Things that Bad Boon could do is play the Roche fights well. They have techies. Techies is really good for the Roche fights. You can control the gates. You put the mines before the enemy team joins. So you can do a lot of damage. You can play on buybacks. I believe Bad Boon they need to play.
This tide to our advantage.
Oh, Miracle is getting harassed already. Oh no, the damage. But yeah, he should have a pretty okay lane. 3 bounties are secured for Shopify at the start. And then not a bad way to start the game. Batrider position 5. Something about that makes me feel icky.
The hero's just strong of a laner. You throw the flame break and a grenade and you just run it down, and when you have fireflies, secure the kill.
Well, they're gonna go in on Pure already. Doesn't have any magic wand charges really to work with, and yeah, that's why the Juggernaut insta-pick came out against the Tide.
Yeah, and he
No
made
regen.
a choice of going Tangos, but Jug is a hero that takes 90% of your HP, so usually you want to buy salves against him.
He's just gonna need to use Gush the entire time to make it work. Pushback comes out. Pure is gonna be first blooded.
Last of our kind.
And Artur gets himself first blood secured on the Juggernaut. At the very least, it doesn't cost him tangos, so he'll get the TP back to lane. And the lane is being pushed out, so I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah, they don't have the pool on Shopify. That's something. They go for TZ, but they don't have the level 2 yet, so harsh.
Yeah, Artur will be able to just easily heal up in the process. Toward mid, a different lane to watch right now. GPK versus Miracle, Pango versus Timbersaw, and it's looking so far pretty decent for Miracle.
Yeah, Timber eventually is gonna be able to deny creeps from the Pangolier, because he gets a lot of right click damage by being universal. Also, when he gets levels, maybe even level 5, he can already dive the Pangolier. Try to double wave him.
Dire's middle tower is under
Our
attack.
bottles should definitely help in being able to keep the sustain going. Bottom lane, it's going to be the Morphling plus Shadow Demon versus a Lion Magnus combo. You always have to be a little bit careful, of course, as the Shadow Demon if you get dragged back with a nice skewer.
Yeah,
No, I
the
don't
way
think
they're
Morphling
playing
has
the
that problem.
lane, it's really free for the mag. Crit, I'd say he might die, but not really. Shadow Demon doesn't have mana. So they're sharing XP on Bad Boon side. On Shopify, it's full XP for the mag. The mag's gonna be huge.
Well, there is no mana pretty much left on the Jug. He does have a magic wand with 10 charges. Save is trying to quickly get the Lotus and should be able to secure it. Arteezy is slightly struggling more than I would have anticipated.
Yeah, because the techies instantly killed his healing ward. His attack range on tech is so broken.
700, and it is also a universal hero, so if he gets that, you know, 22 level 25 chance of plus 252 damage, build in some agi items, you can have a lot of fun.
Okay, that's some cope.
Hey,
25.
that talent is there for a reason, I believe. Universal heroes all day, every day.
Yeah, the 3 lanes are going well for Shopify. Just like, yeah. Well, all the cores are actually farming. So it's even. Oh, the cliff play. Onto Tokyo has to TP out. I wonder if you can disruption and one of the copies will change place like a Manta.
No, because you stand on that position where you get disrupted.
Let's see.
Saberlight does take a significant amount of damage. Toronto Tokyo stunned up. Saberlight skewers him back. Toronto needs help, but he's going to get taken down. However, in response, Crit will die to Toronto Tokyo. So 1-for-1 trade is all not too shabby.
Yeah, fair trade. See, Shopify gets the kill first, so they get more XP. They get the XP into heroes. Not a huge of a deal, to be honest. Pretty even trade. Yeah, Miracle is level 5. It's painful for the Pangolier from now on.
Yeah, especially once level 6 even comes in and you get Chakram. And it's chop chop dead.
Yeah, he has to farm with the spells, which means has no mana, has to go back to base to refill. But he'll be in time to fight for the 6-minute room, so it's fine.
Topside again, RTZ with the healing one. Tries to bait and save very deep. Somehow Nightfall dies bottom lane. The spin comes out to actually fly. Now went a little bit too deep. And will be taken down by Pure, who is now second. I'm just quickly checking out the net worth. He's second, tied for second. Okay, he just got overtaken on the tide, but considering that was his terrible start, he's not having a very bad lane.
Yeah, those skills really matter a lot. So getting the Batrider kill is really meaningful. He's not buying so much regen, so also having more net worth. They got the Lotus with the techies, few small things, has the ring up. They're going for the next Lotus.
Crit gets the stun off. And the spin from RTZ, who is pretty low. Pure is going to be just fine. And with... Okay, TP got cancelled there by the Shadow Demon. Toronto Tokyo didn't go topside, but Fly could come in from behind. That is a scary prospect. Does have that flame break, but with the Juggernaut not having any mana or tools at his disposal, it's a bit too risky.
Radiant's middle
they are
tower
pinging out that there are some XP runes coming in soon. And Fly and Crit are together trying to steal the XP rune of Betboom.
Yeah, RTZ is joining. And the Pangolier cannot TP because there's a Timber following him.
And Toronto Tokyo is just going to steal the enemy, so it doesn't really matter that much.
All
God, this is really
steal the
aggressive.
enemy one and you forget about yours.
Radiant's top tower.
Okay.
Yeah, they scan it,
Congratulations.
so they know what's happening.
Radiant
Okay, that was a lot of effort put into that grab.
Yeah, but it's a catapult wave that is hitting the enemy tower, so that's really good for Shopify.
Miracle's coming in from behind. Pure needs to be careful. Because the tide is not really that strong against the Timbersaw. He knows that he needs to slow him down. But the kill should be secured, and Pure... nowhere he can run except
Some
into
space.
oblivion.
Survived a little more than expected.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, GPK is stealing some stacks.
Trying... Yeah.
Dire's
Trying to play the enemy area, knowing that the Timber is on his side.
Nice triple stack of neutrals being picked up. That's a good chunk of change. Toronto Tokyo with the Shadow Poison spam. When it comes out, going for Saber Light, runs out of position a little bit and immediately gets smacked down. Pretty big kill with a pretty nice steal. GPK making moves on the Pango, trying to recover, of course, the deficit that he has compared to Miracle.
Amazing what you found.
That's what you need to do as a Pangolier. The only downside is the Aura Prune stays with Shopify. Miracle has a haste. It's running into GPK right now.
And they get the kill. GPK slowed down, has another shield crash in a second, but the last right click from Crit, no uphill miss. Coming through, haste used by Miracle, going for Toronto Tokyo. He's got more than enough mana to spare. And Miracle Timbersaw is unleashed, ready to go.
Yeah, that's the thing with the trade. You get a kill with a Pangolier, use your roll, but you give away the rune, and I'd say that's the best rune for a Timbersaw. The haste, you don't have any stuns, but you just run at them, and they cannot kill you. More stacks coming in from Shopify. Wonder if Mag's gonna farm it or gonna leave it for Jug.
Well, he is going for the Battle Fury on Jug. So you're going to have cleave on cleave. Oh yeah, it's going to be picked up by Miracle. He knows if he gets decently farmed, he can just snowball this game into victory.
Yeah. Like, who's going to get it? Is it the Jug or the Mag?
Nah, it's
wrong.
Miracle.
Twice.
Never doubt. You got 2 heavy farming core players on your team. He ain't gonna share anything.
The smoke. Lion TP's in with the smoke. Maybe he gets a Hex into the Morphling, can be an insta-kill.
He's about to spawn. Where's it gonna be? There's a lasso available on the Bat.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're trying to kill off Miracle. Nice stun comes out. Good lockdown with the roll. GPK Swashbuckle comes in as well. They get the kill secured. Looking for flying next. There's a Meteor Hammer built up on the Tide. It's a while since I've seen that item, but it is going to result in a double kill for Betboom. And a huge Rolling Thunder play coming out from GPK. They will lose Nightfall in response in the bottom lane. Finger of Death used first charge for crit. He's very close to his Blink Dagger on the line as well.
I was watching the Lion because they smoked and he decided to TP bottom and try to kill Morph, and it's a lot of time to get this kill.
Has fallen.
I think the best decision would be to fight this mid rune together with Miracle, because now GPK is back into the game. He wins the rune fight, has the shield rune, gets the kill, gets the tower.
They timed that
Really
fight
good
so
trade for
perfectly.
Batboom.
That roll, like, there was nothing Miracle could do.
Yeah, and the Meteor Hammer with the slows as a setup.
Meteor Hammer. Gaming. It's been a while. At least it's not as bad as last patch anymore. Where you got 50, everyone building Meteor Hammers.
Batrider has lasso. They have vision on Morphling.
Pure trying to use that Meteor Hammer to get a little bit of tower push in. GPK is also top, needs to get the Diffusal Blade ASAP, because that really does activate the hero. And bottom, the drag on to save. He is gonna get a lot of damage at least in on his opponents, but without any rotations, nothing good will come of that push out.
Yeah. Shopify had wards, they were trying to set up for the Morphling kill. The Morphling feels something's wrong, goes back, farms the safe route, but then the techies TPs to collect the farm, which is fair, to be honest. Not a huge death from the techie side.
Well, currently, Crit is 200 gold away from Blink. And a line with a Blink is a very scary prospect, especially the Change line where Earthspike has a really fast cast animation, projectile speed.
Yeah,
it has changed the hero significantly.
This Morphling is really scared till he gets the Lincoln. Smoke coming from Batboom.
Well, they know what's coming in their direction and then trying to hamper it. Saberlight is close to finishing up his harpoon.
Pinging him.
He's 250 gold away. Toronto Tokyo gets the spot. Demonic Purge. Yeah, and with the Rolling Thunder, Saberlight drops the RP. Really?
Yeah, I don't know, just stop the roll. He's gonna be back in 30 seconds and the cooldown is 2 minutes.
A little bit longer.
Wait 1.5 minutes because he decided to use.
He's gonna farm the harpoon anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But experience runes are gonna be up in 40 seconds. So it is definitely something that Batboom, if they take this tier 1 tower bottom, they can also immediately try to steal away that experience.
Yeah, but Fly is looking for the same thing. He's already setting up in this area.
Dire's bottom tower.
And probably Magnus is gonna be able to protect his, so it really look like 2 XP runes for Shopify, which is huge. Let's Batboom TP right now. Oh, they're not going for Arteezy. No, just from the wave.
Well, there is XP rune number 1. Fly going for the TP out. Omni Slash thrown out onto save. Gets taken down. Spin TP. Jug is out. They get a kill. They get 2 wisdom runes. And they get away with murder there on the side of Shopify.
Yeah, this is really huge. The XP means a lot. Supports on Batboom are really sad now. Tech is still level 6. If you compare it to a level 9 Lion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big struggle.
Kaya ready.
How far they're playing as well. Fly is farming the Radiance jungle. Right next to them. He's under ward vision as well.
Yeah, and they have no jump. They have Meteor Hammer with Tidehunter. He's getting the dagger in the courier right now, which is gonna open some possibilities for his team.
Sablite's got the harpoon as well, so they have blinks and harpoon on the side of Shopify. And the Radiant side has the blink of the Tide. How far is Pango? Is he going for it? No, he's going for the Aghanim Scepter on GPK, which also makes a lot of sense because value Rolling Thunder. But they are slightly getting out-farmed by Shopify.
They're chasing a Batrider. They have 3-4 heroes. It's the dagger reveal on the Tidehunter. They don't need to use any huge spells. That's the good side. But usually it's not what you want with the Blink Dagger reveal. They are pinging the Jug. Tidehunter is wrapping around. This can be huge if they find the Jug. But Lion and Timber are trying to find them beforehand.
Oh, catch onto GPK. Finger comes out. GPK is gonna get chopped up. Miracles damage is too much. He's got that Kaya for the extra spell amp. And it does deal with his opponent very quickly.
Yeah, and they had 3 heroes grouping up from behind to get the Jug. But the Jug got you first. So it's a 4-hero move and they die. Jug still has ultimate up.
They also don't really have a way of interrupting a spin TP on the side of Batboom, which is one of the big problems. Even if you get on top of the Jug, how are you going to control him?
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, they need to burst him with the Ravage Row, let's say. They still can do it. But they need the vision advantage. They go for
Ravage comes out. Meteor Hammer lands as well. Holds him in position so the RP ends. And Sablite will be taken down. Tries to get himself to jump out of there, but they will find the kill. RP for a Ravage trade is definitely not the worst trade in the world. Are they gonna go Roche?
They insta-ping Roche. Yes.
Doesn't that take a long time?
Not really. Jug has a lot of damage. Also, if you're Dire, you definitely want to do the Roche around 17-18 minutes because the respawn time is from 8 to 11. So that means if they do the Roche right now, the second Roche is 100% a Dire Roche. So they can play with buybacks the second Roche fight. That's really huge. Especially playing against techies that can put mines in the pit. It's really huge that they do before 18-19 minute mark.
Well, they do manage to take down Roche and get that first Aegis of the game for some good timings indeed. They get all those nice little watchers giving the vision where need be. They're still playing very aggressively though on the side of Batboom.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they know that Shopify has the other side of the map, so they're basically avoiding Shopify by playing their triangle.
No, Nightfall is nowhere near his team. Is going for the Ags. This game, if you get the Ags, what hero do you want to turn into?
Magnus.
Are fortified.
Magnus for the stats.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I can say some case for Timber.
Toolkit's also pretty decent, I think.
Tower has fallen.
Yeah. So Tyr is slowly taking the top tower, the bottom tower with the Meteor Hammer. It's Tier 2 trade.
Tower is under attack.
Is the Meteor Hammer paying off for that slow siege?
Radiant's top tower.
And midwave gets cut by both sides as well. They're really just playing dodge Dota.
Yeah, Arcade gonna hit the Tier 3. At least force some TPs back.
Dire's bottom tower.
Shadow Demon already there. Just a Shadow Demon.
Are scanned.
spin to win. Gets himself out of there. They TP back to defend their own base as well. Fly. Won't be able to get the catch on to Pure, and Nightfall will just slither on out of there. There's not really too much happening this game. It's mainly just trying out farm your opponents. Miracle is building up the Octarine. It's not going to take long because the Vanguard can of course be broken into pieces. Just needs a little bit more. Wait, did he just... Why did he buy the Perseverance? Okay.
Radiant's courier.
He bought the Perseverance where he could break the Vanguard. Going in onto Pure top side, but the rest of the team is not nearby. There's a Ravage available as well. Gets a 2-man Ravage. A big mistake. In comes the stun upon stun. The great lockdown comes out. Very weird skewer from a disruption, but it's going to be a double kill regardless. Interesting choice to start a fight there when Miracle is on the other side of the map. And he's primarily your damage.
He was doing the inventory management when you talk about dismounting all items, getting the Octarine up. I felt like they got a tide, but was not really the target they wanted, so they didn't throw spells. It's like, oh, we got a tide, he doesn't die. And then you don't press the spells you want to press, and it gives all the advantage to the enemy team. You had the initiation, but not from the target you wanted.
Arteezy went for Diffusal Blade after his Battle Fury Yashi. He has very little stats to stay alive. Still has that age, of course, which definitely helps. Going for the S and Y. Gold! Which is not an item you see too often anymore. Though I do like the Diffusal because it can upgrade into that Disperser, and Disperser is very nutty.
Yeah, also it's approach that usually you do when you have Magnus in your team, that you go for primary attributes. So instead of going for the damage, you go for the stats. So agility, that's gonna give you damage, because in power, it's gonna work on the agility.
Well, they did find themselves a little kill onto the good old classic Bomberman. Not really much happening. 3k net worth advantage. It hasn't shifted up that much. And Arteezy is going to go instead for the Lincolns as his next item. A lot of Lincolnses in this patch. Here's going for the Scythe Advice, actually. I really like that choice.
I like the approach they're doing the map. They know the mid wave is gonna hit, so they smoke on bottom because they know a hero's gonna show.
Big catch, RP, ACB, they have the lockdown. Finger gets thrown out and just get taken out. Double kill comes out the more rogue. Omni Slash continued as well, and they'll find a third target. Right before the age expires as well, they manage to find a huge couple of kills. Mid lane, they can probably go for the tier 2 tower to boot, and Arteezy comes in, a clutch. That's a move that the Morphling did not expect.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
If only
the way they play the map is so great on Shopify. I'm tired of losing for it, but it's great. They push the mid wave, they know a hero has to defend it. They plant the smoke on the bot lane. They see Tide, they completely ignore Tide because they know there's gonna be another hero dealing with mid. Gets 3 kills, and now they're going high ground.
Oh, drag back on to save. Gets taken out. They all get disarmed in the meantime, but Morphling joined a little bit too late, so they couldn't make a counter play just yet. And they'll back off. Tier 3 secured, Tier 2 secured, couple of added kills. Now that 3k net worth advantage all of a sudden spikes up to 9.
Yeah, and in the farm trade game, Shopify is always gonna win. So if the game keeps still, they keep farming with Empower, farm faster. Red Bull knows that, they go for smoke, which soon it's gonna be obvious because they're not showing in any lanes. Timber is already tipping out back base, getting some mana, buying the T. Be able to join fight. Good.
Rapid onto Jug. down. Do they have the lockdown? Yes, they do. GPK takes him down, and that's a big kill. Dead for 50. Not the longest death timer, though. Could try and steal the Tormentor away. Speaking of stealing, that's going to steal a kill onto Flag to boot. Nice little solo kill added in. And 2 quick kills there for Bet Boom. So they still have something to work with. Nightfall, they're pinging out that they want to steal the Tormentor.
Yeah, let's see. You told the Morphling solo kill. Okay.
Well,
but the healing ward is not fair.
No, it's just the Morphling.
No, the Morphling doesn't solo kill it. It was the discussion of the last game. Does not. With the healing ward and the tide. Yeah, so they get a shard for the SD. That's meaningful.
They need one for the techies, actually. They should get their own Tormentor. Techie's shard is, well, it's his old axe. So that tells you enough how broken it is. Just pop it on the tide and say, tide, go. Do stuff.
Extremely good. Yeah, Arteezy had this greedy farming death, but he has Skadi now. Is super strong. As long as he doesn't get bursted as he was, they should win the fights.
Well, currently Shopify are nearby, so they might try and contest for this Tormentor, which is scary because Timbersaw is really good at contesting for Tormentor. A little bit of AoE damage and you are in oblivion.
Halberd, so Magnus, they're getting a lot of items on the Shopify side. I wonder if Magnus goes for that blind fish. Nah, they want to play safe.
He did try previously when they took the tier 3 tower in mid. He jumped on the high ground and was like, if someone shows.
Yeah, now it's too crazy. They want to keep control of this top area because, as mentioned, it's 100% sure a dire Roche. So in 40 seconds, Roche is gonna be up. They create a wall between them and the Roche. And Bat Bull needs to go through all of that. They don't have any TP spots nearby.
Well, this is getting
Lion has a gem, clean the area, getting the Watcher. Might go for the Tormentor.
And that gives away that they're right behind it. Toronto Tokyo soaks up some damage from the Tormentor. You see some lightning bolts and Arteezy knows, okay, maybe I shouldn't try it.
Batrider scouts Roche, he doesn't see it, but it's gonna respawn right now.
Radiant's middle barrel.
They're gonna look down the Tormentor before it gets going. Techies gets a free shard. Nice. Otherwise, it would have gone to Pure. Tendrils of the Deep also not bad. Actually, no, it might have gone to the Morphling because he's technically the second lowest net worth.
Yeah.
That would be kind of interesting to see. That shard on him would have actually saved him a couple of times. But, you know, he's a Morphling. He doesn't want to buy his shard. He can get it for free.
He's a core, he doesn't want to buy tier 3 tokens.
No, they know Roche is
one
up.
of them. He shows in the map and he goes directly to Roche. So it's a Roche fight where the entire team has buyback besides the Magnus. On the enemy team, Morphling and Tidehunter doesn't have. So they should execute this fight with buybacks, I'd assume.
Oh, they might not expect this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They do expect.
Yeah, they do. Shade with the jump in into Roche. Keep Arteezy occupied. Rolling Thunder comes out from GPK just in time. RP was used with the Ravage as a response. Looking to take down the Batrider on the side. Arteezy's actually at half HP, dropping pretty low. Needs to get away. The illusions are taking him down. He gets blasted by Nightfall. Charging for more. The big fat Magnus chasing for more. Crit needs to get out of dodge. He's going to get smacked by Pure. Nightfall with the triple kill. Juggernaut just died by his own illusions because they hit hard from the Shadow Demon.
He was low, he didn't get to press the ultimate. He had buyback, but he bought the Sunge during the fight. So, yeah, he didn't play with the buyback. I assumed he would use it. The RP was on 2 targets, but then there was no follow-up from their side. The follow-up was a Ravage. pretty on point, the spellcasting on Bat Boom.
Dire's top tower is under
On the
attack.
Shopify side, they didn't really cast their spells. Lion still has his ultimate up. Jug
It was also a
does.
little bit unfortunate because in the Roche pit, the Jug, RTZ, he got bashed by Roche right before Techies flew in to jump. So if he wasn't bashed by Roche, he could have spun and killed the Techies the moment he lands.
Is under attack.
So it was like a very unfortunate moment where Roche is like,
Bottom tower
dunk.
is under attack.
Yeah, look, he was stunned right before that latch came in.
Yeah,
then he
you're
gets
playing with the
interrupted.
RNG.
And then he gets hit by the Ravage. And then, yeah, he gets demonic purge. Like, RTZ couldn't move.
Yeah, Jug did nothing on the team fight. He just died. Very well executed by Bat Boom to make this happen.
That was a very sad death.
Batrider was cutting waves. 3 heroes from Bat Boom looking for him. They do the ward. They have the jam. It's also something they got out of that team fight on the road.
Well, Morphling going
feels
for
like-
the butterfly next.
Shopify, team fight, they need to start with the Harpoon Skewer. 5 against 5 seems really hard to be fought.
Ravages have been really on point from Pure this game. He also has the scythe now done. Building into the Shiva's refresher next, so you're gonna get the double Ravage plays coming soon. Needs the Shivas because otherwise his mana pool is too terrible to get 2 Ravages off. Oh, Miracle stealing the XP rune, and they know he did.
He's level 19.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He has a blink, but Toronto Tokyo has a catch. And they have a lot of nuke damage. I mean, Morphling turning into Timbersaw is also a kind of a nice one. You can get that stats reduced with the
Yeah.
first spell.
Bangalore with DD seems really strong. Ortiz about to get level 20. It's a huge, I don't know if falling force spike is right, but it's a huge timing for the hero. You want the lifesteal talent. It's really good.
But is it going to be enough to turn this around?
Radiant's
Morphling
courier
is
has been
feeling indestructible. His courier dies with the Eagle Song. That's a nice one. Because the butterfly is hard to deal with for the side
so the
of
full
Shopify.
Radiant's bottom tower
Aegis
under
is without the
attack.
butter. That's really good. For the Shopify side, Fly,
Cutting the creep wave need to be
the
done.
Crypt Wave.
Radiant
Yeah.
are scattered. Dire's middle tower
They're really
has fallen.
playing dirty Dota right now.
Look Arteezy. Oh, he was trying to do the move where he used the gate from the fog, but then failed twice and decided, I'm getting out of this.
Right now they're on the run on the Shopify side. They need the... Honestly, the best thing, course of action for them is Bat Boom walks up the high ground and they get caught by a Evil Light Blink Skewer back.
Yeah, we haven't seen it being used yet. To be fair, the Bat Boom draft is really good on that sense, because you bring a Tide Hunter into you, not exactly what you want. Pangolier has so much escape. Probably the Pangolier is the hero you want, but then you need all spells on point to kill him before he can roll. Also has a shield rune.
It's not
Or
going to be the
1
easiest to
HP.
kill, but RTZ taking the Twin Gate down bottom. They know that he was in the area because of the Observer Ward,
Fly's still there.
but they're going to take the gateway because
30
they
seconds
want to
left.
catch RTZ. Will they be able to hit it though? He's a sneaky
Yeah,
little
they
devil.
think like, oh, he's gonna farm this camp, and he didn't go for it. He's careful after that first step.
And he's still farming Nightfall the entire time while dodging all the chases. And they're all trying to bait this in on side of Bat Boom, but they're not coming. They're trying to bait you in on the opposing side.
Yeah, it seems
Actually,
like the smoke's coming.
They might be waiting for the Tormentor to come up on their side because it died at, I think, 24 minutes.
Yeah.
So if they get the Tormentor, Lion has a pretty nice one.
Agony.
Batrider is kind of terrible.
on Jug.
They're just not doing anything on Bet Boom for a foreseeably long time. Look at both these sides just AFK waiting for the enemy team to make a move, and nothing is happening.
And both of them are like, oh, clearly they are smoked, because look at the waves. They're not showing. And the enemy team is just saying the same thing. Guys, they're not showing. Let's keep here. Yeah, let's keep here.
Well, now they are going to smoke, but this is problematic because they just TP'd out the tide. Not too far, actually. TP'd out a tiny amount.
The thing is, the Techies bombs are gonna spot it right now.
Yep. The power of good old Tech Deck. Nuke the entire map. They'll never be able to hide.
It's a really good usage of the Techies. Morphling has the butterfly. Gotta go her back.
Juggernaut doesn't really want to build MKB. I mean, it's not the worst. He does have Ags now as well, but a right-click fight against the Morphling is pretty rough.
Yeah, he's relying a lot, let's say, on the Lion to burst the Morphling, or that the Morphling is the last thing stay on the team fight, and then he trades with the Healing Ward.
Radiant's bottom
One-on-one is definitely
attack.
hard for him.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dodge and weave, dodge
By
and weave.
forced, it's pretty meaningful because it's like this muscle memory fortify, where you fortify a tier 2, but you already lost one. So if you lose the tier 2, there's no fortify for the tier 3.
Well, they know that there's a high ground ward from
They're
Shopify.
baiting.
Yeah, this is interesting. Viper knows that there's a high ground ward from Shopify. They know from each other that there's a high ground ward. In comes the jump. Toronto Tokyo dropping low. Is Kia getting healed up in the meantime? Does he finally get taken down? Yes, he does, but they lost Saberlight in the process. And the Rolling Thunder from GPK still hasn't ended yet. Going for Miracle. Can he get the chase catch? GPK is hunting for blood. Miracle drops. Both the mid and off laner have been taken down, and Shopify need to get out of dodge again.
Yeah, they're getting the gate back.
Radiant are scanning.
Arteezy can't do anything on the Jug. Like, he can't get any damage on them. He gets hit by, if he spins, he gets hit by Demonic Purge. If he stands, he gets hit by Disruption. Shadow Demon is destroying this Juggernaut.
You look at the damage dealt on the team fight, he dealt 557.
And that's a couple of seconds from the spin.
Yeah, that's a couple of seconds from the spin. He didn't even use the Swift Slash.
Spotted out, saved with the sun. Crit gets blown up. Roshan, luckily enough, almost full duration Rosh. Actually, that means it's going to go to the Radiant side, possibly. I mean, with a minute still left. Yeah,
that's the thing
Dire with a minute left.
The lasso.
Omni Slash. Oh, Swift Slash. Now it's going to be. No, that was actually the Omni Slash completely wasted. Oh my god, he needs to get out. He's going to get bashed up by GPK. Ravage gets blown. Two-man stun. GPK with the Rolling Thunder turns around. You cannot run. You cannot hide. Arteezy is gone, and that is big. That Omni Slash was one of the most unfortunate ones I've seen in a while, because it was hit, gone.
Yeah, and the chat wheel, the ha ha ha, well played, well played, well played. Knowing pro players like, guys, I'm done with this match. Can we go next?
The lane started off so really nice, but that team fight, Nightfall is now very strong. Hard to kill as well, that's the big problem. Skewer back, comes in, but is it going to be enough damage? Nowhere near enough, especially not without the Jug. Saberlight. He's going to try another skewer. Wait! Buffs the BKB. Drags back save. They might be able to at least get that kill. But they lose the top set of racks.
A lot for a techie skill.
They don't have. They need like a godlike RP into a 4-man Earth Spike. Like that's the game plan at this point.
Roche is up in 1 minute. They have the TP spot on the outpost. If they can play with buybacks, maybe that's a hope for them. Miracle does have it. Also the Batrider. TP coming from Jug. few mines are gonna spot the placement.
They're going around, Miracle in the front.
Wrap around.
They're all there. Glimmer gets used. They're falling back. Pure gets vision with the nice Shiva's guard usage. Actually, he's driving them away from the rest of his team. And Pure will get finished off in the meantime. But this is pretty big because Roche is up in 15 seconds. And they're gonna bail out on pet food.
Yeah, the Tide running on the other direction. Didn't feel he could win the team fight? They won all the team fights and now he skips the fight. Maybe a miss blink.
Oh, Toronto Tokyo, is he gonna go for the steal? He's behind the pit. It is a refresher shard.
He's waiting for the TP to come in. He doesn't have a TP.
YOLO.
He's not crazy. He's not gonna try.
No, YOLO.
Roshan has fallen.
Wuss. Should have gone for it, Toronto. They weren't expecting it at all. But they do manage to get themselves a refresher shard, so double RP, probably your best bet. Maybe the double Omni Slash could be a tool, but probably double RP.
No, I'd say that the Aegis is really meaningful more than the refresher, because now Jug is not afraid to play the game. It feels like after First Blood, Arteezy is afraid to play the game. Sees the team fight, he's like looking, can I press my ultimate? I cannot. Can I join the fight? I cannot. And then suddenly he's dead. So now he cannot be bursted, or he can once, so he's not so... I hope.
But then the question is, can he play the game? Because the Demonic Purge, he has an Ags on Shadow Demon, so he has 2 charges. You come back.
They have one Ravage so far. Tide is going for a refresher, but they have 1 Ravage and 1 Row.
Toronto Tokyo is really farmed for a 5.
Yeah. I assume the second life is really meaningful.
Demonic Purge twice, Demonic Cleanse twice. Neat little tools there. Miracle, he's going for the Scythe of Vice into an overwhelming blink. I would have expected a bit more impact considering his laning stage on the Timbersaw. But they've not been fighting at all, and that's not really Timbersaw's, game plan. They've just been trying to farm and dodge and farm and dodge.
The hero thrives on long team fights, but the team fights aren't being long. It's just one hero gets burst and they run away. So maybe with Skewer, get a target, use some spells, kite it back, use the healing ward, kite it back. Then we can see way more impact for the Timber. But the way the team fights have been played so far, there's not much he can do.
They're looking to knock on the high ground, bottom lane. They need to be a little bit careful, of course. Top lane, the creeps are getting pretty close towards their base. And that's exactly why Miracle is heading in that direction to cut the creeps out. High ground pushing is still right. They have really terrible high ground on the side of Shopify. It's Jug. That's it. That's a high ground push. He has to right click.
I mean, if they take 1 hero down, they can go fishing with the Magnus. Because then he's...
they're fishing the Tide Hunter back, which is not probably the best choice in that situation. Does have the Ravage still available. Fly pops his BKB. Rolling Thunder doesn't really do anything. Sableye gets the Skewer back. The Fly might not be so lucky. And actually, Sableye's going to get caught by GPK as well. Double kill for the Radiant side. And Betmoon can immediately try and run it down mid. Or so they think, because Arteezy knows that he's going to need to make a little bit of a push back to force someone back towards their base.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, again, I cannot even call a team fight. Oh, they see Miracle. They cancel.
Oh, the Timbersaw, do they have the damage to take him down?
Has
TP, then has TP in 15 because of Octarine BOT.
Oh, they are pretty fast in chasing. And he is running out of mana. Does have the cheese swapping it in. Cheese eats the Gouda. Still has a BKB at the ready. is delaying it quite significantly, but there's no backup coming in. Miracle, yeah, BKB, TP,
no bash.
but gets bashed up by GPK.
The bash.
And TP interrupted. Miracle still being hunted down, gets disrupted in the meantime. He's disrupting them for such a long time. But eventually, they managed to take him out the moment that Nightfall finally joins his teammates.
Yeah, really nice catch to cancel his TP first, then the lucky catch canceling with the BKB. I'd say that basically answers the question that you made for me, like why is he not having impacts on teamfight? First, they try to go for a teamfight, and it's not a teamfight. They get a Tidehunter, and they kind of regret, oh guys, sorry, I took the Tidehunter, and they try to run. So they just feed 2 kills to Batpool, and then they go for the Timber, and you see the Timber can actually tank so much damage. Created like 1 minute of space. So he wants the fight, the last 1 minute. The thing is how they get this fight.
Yeah,
15 seconds on Aegis.
It's definitely not dragging a Tidehunter in your entire lineup. That's not going to help you. Nightfall, almost level 25. Pure, same story, almost level 25.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
And going for the push here. Turns into the Magnus to steal a ungodly amount of stats. He gained 59 strength, 34 agi, and 31 int from turning into the Magnus. From
yeah, with
just
Empower,
draining
he's
him.
hitting 550.
Magnus is at 2k HP right now. That's how much he sold.
That was Swift Slash.
And only 1 set of racks still left. We still have the refresher, so double RP is a threat. But now there's no RTZ Aegis anymore. So, yeah. How is he gonna get on? He needs a harpoon actually, so that he can get on top of people when he gets purged. I think you can still leap then. I don't know. That interaction with harpoon and like nullifier effects on you.
Yeah, not exactly sure. The direction, the buys.
Sure, being a bit of a nuisance, jumping in. The catch on the fly blows him up. He gets taken down. Pure doesn't really give a damn. Raptor's Ravage. And Miracle now needs to be a little bit careful because the damage coming out from the Morphling Nightfall hits like a truck, and the Lotus Orb, Omni slash Power Reflect. Oh no, the Hex onto the Jug immediately, and RTZ gets saved for a second, but not long enough. No weapons available on RTZ, and that is going to be the GG called. Bet Boom take game number 1 from Shopify Rebellion, and they do it in quite a sublime fashion.